So inner circle, here's your first question. It's two-part, so you're listening. And you're not responding to me. You just start talking and then continue the conversation.
How much time do we have to talk?
Till the timer goes off. You don't need to know. You don't need to know. All right, first question. How do the details of clothing, like the example of the chainmail apron and the gloves, and the sound set the scene of the opening paragraph? That's the first part of the question. How does his details of the clothing and the sound set the scene for the opening paragraph? And what feeling do the first three paragraphs establish?
Is that the go button?
You may go.
Alright, so basically, what I'm thinking is when they're talking about like the hard hat, the splash and chainmail and the white coats, it's kind of like, oh goodness, they must be doing something bad in there. Like what?
It makes it sound like really dirty, like, grimy, like hard working, just really nasty and stuff.
Sounds to me like a beginning of a horror movie somewhere.
Yeah, I can see that, they're having to put on this chainmail vest in the slaughterhouse that has probably blood all the way up to your ankles, and just like,
That's nasty.
Alrighty, so let's tackle the next one. How does it make you feel for the first three? It made me feel like, oh boy, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen now. And then it happens, and it's like, wow, alright, that was a waste of time.
I felt like I was gonna throw up.
sadly I enjoyed all of it. It was a lot of nice detail.
That's cool. Alright.
It kind of made me weird, like feel weird because it's like it talks about all this imagery and about like red chunks of meat and when they get bigger and cows hanging from hooks and stuff. It kind of weirds me out.
Yeah, it doesn't really make the cow seem like a real thing. It's just like they're working at a factory making something.
That's practically more than likely how they have to do it, because we all grow attachments to animals, we all do. And whenever you even have one little simple animal that you grow any type of attachment with, it's a lot harder on the mind, as we all know, to do something to it. So if you have any type of liking for an animal, they have to find a way to dumb it down to make sure that it's not treated like an animal, so that you don't make connections.
And that leads to my next question. What kind of mental toll is being taken in these places? Like, are they going crazy slowly, or is it just like, oh, it's an animal, oh well, or is it, oh, Betsy?
Getting depressing.
Very well, it's probably mental toll, that really vary on the person. Is because everyone has a different mental strength.
That also brings up the real question, how long do these workers work? Like,
I think it's
8
hours.
Yeah, probably 8.
8.5.
And do they have like, go to psychiatrists each week or something, like, to help deal with this?
Probably not.
Some people enjoy it.
That's good. Any insight, Justin?
Well, what I was thinking is like the whole thing. Do you think it's like biased to like animal rights people and when like hanging cows from hooks and stunning them, use onomatopoeia says pop 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 about to stunning them and stuff.
It does bring in a lot of strong words against it, not really anything that tries to make it not seem as horrible as you putting it.
Yes, but most of the animals, like the animals have the rights like a human thing. They're more like, oh, they savagely slashed the neck of the poor beast, and while it's laying there in the blood, they could rain it.
He does talk about them ankle deep in blood.
Yeah, it feels more like they're just. I'm sorry, go ahead.
And they even say like that immigrant who got his fingers chopped off. They just brought him back like the next week. Didn't even care really.
Like, why is the illegal immigrant immigrants less valuable than the U.S. citizens? I mean, we're all people. Why should they have the worst job and have the chance to die real fast?
Like, some people don't even think about it like that, and because they're illegal immigrants, it's like, oh, we can get another one. And I think they do bring that up in here. Not too sure, but they can just replace them anytime they want.
He could have said.
And they don't. Sorry.
They could have said, he could have said at any point in this time about illegal immigrants having the worst job, but he doesn't say anything until the very end. And so, it says they are ultimate and disposable workers, illegal, illiterate, impoverished, or untrained. Like nobody cares.
To bring in a question that was like very, very similar to Kyle's, do you think that they actually get a lot of traumatic events out of this? He said, Kyle went along the lines of like a whole broad thing of it, because there's a lot of different things that can come mentally out of that. But specifically, how much in traumatizing ways do you think they do? Because there is such a point in time, if you have too many traumatic events in a period of time, you will probably go insane. You'll have nightmares, you'll slowly break down.
And like going back earlier, you know, it is traumatic because they have to do this a lot of times a day. It says 3,000 to 4,000 cattle, each weighing about 1,000 pounds, and they get slaughtered there that day. And like, just imagine the workers having to do that.